Every successful manager I've met over the past 20 years or more uses some version of this management flywheel. In this video, I'm going to introduce a concept that I call the management flywheel. Every successful manager I've met over the past 20 years or more uses some version of this management flywheel, even if they don't realize that's what they're doing. You may have come across flywheels in strategy, perhaps with the Amazon flywheel or in Jim Collins' book, Good to Great. The flywheel idea is that there's a big heavy disc, like the flywheel that's attached to an engine in your car. You can move it, it's so heavy you can move it, but only just. You push on it and it slowly starts to rotate. But as you keep pushing, it keeps getting faster. Over time, it builds momentum. And while you're pushing it no harder than you were at the start, it's going faster and faster. And eventually it starts to build momentum and to pick up speed. Each company has to figure out their own strategy flywheel because it depends so much on the strategy of that specific company. You can't take Amazon's flywheel and just apply it to Google because the business is completely different. But the similar idea, this flywheel, applies in management. And what's great is that in almost every management role, it's the same basic management flywheel. You don't have to figure it out alone. So let me talk you through it using this diagram. There are 5 main parts. First, you collect and analyze data. Not just metrics, but anecdotes and feedback from customers, stakeholders, managers, and your team. And you do this not just for your own use and in your own mind, but to help you and your team build a shared mental model of your part of the business and how it fits into the business overall. And then to align that model with the rest of the business. Secondly, using the insights and mental model from data, you create a strategy. That is, you define the key challenge or opportunity you're facing and how you're going to win in that context. You're making choices of what to do and what not to do. That's the essence of strategy. Third, based on your strategy, you set some goals for the coming quarter or time period. You define what problems you're going to solve and exactly what success in solving them looks like. This is where your strategy becomes concrete and time-bound. Fourth, you write a plan about how you're going to deliver the goals. What are you going to do? Who or what else do you need to be able to do it? How long is it going to take? How will you know you're on track? And what other work you need to do at the same time to keep the lights on while you're delivering these goals? Finally, you execute this plan, but not as a blueprint. You run a regular execution meeting where you review progress and data and update the plan regularly based on what you've learned along the way, the new issues you're discovering, what new insights your data is revealing about your business. And of course, this work of execution generates new data and helps create new insights and test and improve mental models, feeding the cycle again. So as you continue with this, each part of it feeds the next part of that cycle. And as you get better data, you end up with a better strategy, which gives you better goals, which gives you better plans, which gives you better execution, which gives you better data. And that cycle can continue going faster and faster. But what's even better is that as a manager, one of your key functions is to build the team, to attract, recruit, retain, and develop great people. These people are the engine that drives your management flywheel faster and faster. So you have to set up the flywheel, otherwise all their effort gets results, but doesn't build momentum. So when you're working with your team, you're not just keeping this flywheel in your own head, you're being explicit about what you're doing and why, and how their efforts are going to accelerate overall and build on each other, create momentum. Their efforts then become focused on spinning the flywheel faster too, and that's where you get real leverage to deliver massive impact. At the same time, your managers and stakeholders are driving their own flywheels. So when you're working with them, part of your work is to ensure that your respective flywheels are working together well. They're driving the same drive shaft, if you like, to propel the ship, that's your company, faster forward. So as you're talking to them about the data and insights and mental models you have, the strategy you've chosen, the goals and plans you've laid out, and how you're executing in practice, each part of this conversation is an opportunity to align with them and ensure they really understand and value your work. And this, by the way, is much more about changing your own and your team's direction to align with their expectations than changing all of theirs to align with yours. Now, as you do this, you'll start to see that the impact you're having, which is growing because your flywheel is spinning faster as it gains momentum, is increasingly recognized by your management and stakeholders, and you start to attract bigger opportunities and will be rewarded with promotions, and so will your team. So that's a quick summary of the management flywheel. If you want to dig deeper into these topics, I'm putting together a playlist here. It's going to dig into each one of those 5 topics. You can leave a comment below to tell me exactly what you want to know more of, and a like and subscribe to encourage me and boost the YouTube algorithm. It helps me out no end. And if you really want to go deep into this and apply it in practice in your own management work, visit scaleupleaders.net. I've got a course there that will help you set up your management operating system using this flywheel and help you become a way more effective manager in just 4 weeks. Visit scaleupleaders.net for more. In the meantime, here's another video that you can dig deeper into, and there's the playlist. All right, have a great day and scale well.